Hello, and thank you for coming to this session of a 5-minute discussion. And this is called the Insight into Compliance discussion. And I am today going to be your infusion engineer on your journey into this discussion. And my name is Troy Fugate. What we're going to be talking about today are FDA investigators. At one point or another, typically if you work in an FDA regulated industry, you will probably be exposed to an FDA investigator. One way or another, you'll see them, you'll be asked questions, you'll have to provide some type of input. Somewhere along the line, you will come to bear some impact with them. So let me go through this quickly with you. An FDA investigator, their training, they have typically a higher level education. It's usually science-based. They go through an initial training program. They study FDA law. They study case development. And they are supposed to have no attitude or bias against you. It's sort of a neutral attitude, neutral bias. That way they approach you with just looking for information such as the facts. And this is the investigator. This is what they are. They are a public health law enforcement official. It's important that you remember that, okay? They are a law enforcement official. They have the scientific training and approach. They are an objective observer. They look for the facts, only the facts and all the facts. That's what they want. They are highly ethical, and they are certainly mission dedicated and mission motivated. Their mission to protect the people of the United States against bad drugs, bad devices, anything along that line. They are there to protect the public. They are aware, they have been trained, and certainly their experience have taught them that interviewees, you or I, may be nervous, and that's okay. All right. Don't go in there thinking that it's going to be fine. Even after all these years of dealing with the FDA, you can still feel that adrenaline pump as you go in to talk to them, and you're just a little bit nervous, anxious. They understand that firms prepare employees for these inspections, so you've probably gone through some type of training, thus probably why you're looking at this video. They know that firms don't want to divulge all their adverse information. They're just trying to go through and ask the questions. They are trained to detect deception. So key there is don't try to lie to them. And they also know that true deception, trying to hide really things going on that are illegal, is typically rare, but it does happen. So they look for it. They want the inspection to go smoothly. They are there to do a job, get the job done. They have to go back, write this thing up, and put it all together. They really want this thing to go well. They aren't out there trying to trap you. Got the aha, I got you moment. That's typically not the way they're going to be looking at it. They expect most people to be truly honest and forthcoming. And they do look at it that they want to get this right the first time. They don't want to have to go back through and change their notes, change all the stuff going on, ask more questions. They get confused. They want it to go perfectly right the first time. Now, during the inspection, some key points here. Use SOPs to answer questions. Whatever you can do with that, use that SOP. Ensure that the person who has that knowledge is there answering the questions. Not you, that you're in cleaning and someone asks you about labeling. Don't want to be answering that. Say that's not my job. Let me get someone who knows how to answer that question for you. Make sure you pull the documents quickly, give it to them. Don't volunteer information, but certainly present the full story. If I ask you, is it the weather cold outside? You can say, yes, it is. And stop at that. You don't have to say, yes, it is, and the temperature is this, and tomorrow it's supposed to get colder, or tomorrow it's going to be warmer, or it's going to rain next week. That's too much information. That's not what I ask you. Make sure that top management is involved in all of this stuff. Don't be sitting there with them by yourself, unless they really ask to be there by yourself with you. Just Make sure that you follow your procedure on inspections. Request some type of daily briefing if you're involved with it. Make sure you get some type of understanding where you stand during this inspection. The basics of interviews. Tell the truth. Number one, your rights and the FDA rights. Your rights, certainly not to be hassled, not to be coerced or forced into things. And their rights are that they don't have to put up with stuff that's pushed onto them. They don't have to be yelled at. They don't have to be misled. And just treat each other the way you'd like to be treated. Listen to the question being asked of you. Don't answer what you think you heard. Answer what the question was. Clarify the question if you didn't really understand it. Answer only that question that is asked. Refer to others if you don't know. And stop when the question is fully answered. Don't keep going on and on and on. Direct questions that may be asked of you. Do you have an SOP for X? Yes, we do. Good. May I see that? Yes, you may. Go get it. Leading questions. Why did you do X? Because hopefully my procedure said to do that. Answer those questions. Those are leading questions. Open-ended question. Tell me more about X. You have to know how to answer that. They are in there asking questions to confirm the answers that they've received from you, myself, 4 or 5 other people around. They want to make sure that we all answer the same way. And they're comparing your answers to probably the SOP or the batch record. Persons with that direct knowledge should be answering those things. Certainly do not provide hearsay answers. Well, I don't work there, but my understanding is that they do it like this. Don't do that. Speak from your personal knowledge, and if possible, use the SOP, batch record, whatever it is, to provide the response. Remember, bottom line with this, the FDA wants a good outcome. Speak from your personal knowledge, not hearsay, not what you think it is. Show confidence in your systems, not arrogance, but confidence in them. Be sure you understand the questions being asked of you. Be responsive, but stay within the scope of that question. And again, tell the truth. That is the end of this. If you have any questions, certainly get a hold of me here. I provided my contact information. The easiest way to get a hold of me, email. Send it to me. I'll pick it up at some point. If you don't hear from me, send it again. If you like this presentation and want expanded presentations on this, certainly let us know. Certainly, if you're getting ready for an FDA inspection or if you've had one and you need to resolve issues from it, that's what we're here for. Get a hold of us. We're here to help, and we will certainly provide any input that we can to this. With that, I thank you, and I say so long.